Today I'm gonna show you guys how to create a whole lot of red V1 type of cover art, just inspired by it, just a little bit. But yeah, I did make this for BB by Zayski, so check that shit out. Yeah, let's get straight into it. So this is a really simple cover art. It really doesn't take much. But yeah, we're just gonna cut them out here using this tool right here. What's it called? Object selection tool. All right, so we're just gonna pick the point where we can select this whole. Alright, so boom, some shit like that. No, just the easiest way to do it. We're gonna just make a mask, put that to a smart object, scale them up, just like so. We'll have them like this. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and make the background red, just because whole lot red, all that shit. We're gonna go ahead, go back into this. We're gonna double click on that little icon there. We're gonna click on the mask. We're gonna go to select and mask, and basically we want to refine hair just so we can get the hair back in. And you can shift edge if you want or if you need to. We're gonna shift over just so it's a bit more full, and over here too it's a bit messed up, so we're gonna just fix that up. Just going back in with the brush tool on the mask, so something like that. All right, boom. Now we're gonna Control S to save it, and then we can go back into here and you can see it's way more full. We're gonna grab the object selection tool again. We're gonna click on this hair. We're gonna right click on the object selection tool that we were using. We're gonna go to quick selection tool. We're just gonna clean up the selection here just so it's just his hair. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead, Control J, just Control J that shit. We're gonna go to his layer here. We're gonna just Control U, bring that shit to black and white. And we're gonna get something like this. Now obviously this looks like kind of trash, but I'm gonna go ahead and go into my ultimate adjustment pack, and we're gonna upgrade this like crazy. So we're just gonna do Control Alt Shift and then E. That will just give us this selection, and then we can hold Control, drag it up into the ultimate adjustment pack, and we can put it right there. And you want to put under the CC folder right here, just like so. And I have the actual adjustment from my Zayski cover in here, so it's going to be called Whole Lot Red V1, and this is the exact one right here. Now obviously we can mess around with some of the things here, so we're going to mess around with maybe a black and white. We'll just get rid of some of the hair kind of vibes, but we'll just drag this in and we'll mess with it over there. What I want to do is I just want to clip it to the hair just so it doesn't affect the actual background. But I just want to clip it to the hair because it's a bit like oversaturated, I think. But yeah, something like that is really tough. We're gonna actually go ahead and scale this up a little bit, just like so. Now I have a texture in this preset as well, so it just comes with it all together. Now the text or the font I used for this is called Magazine Letter. You can find this font on the font. What I did for this was I just kind of like mess around with it. So I went and got the lasso tool. I got this one right here where you can just select different points. I got this one here, and what I did was I basically just selected the other B, and you want to control, or hold on, you want to rasterize it, and then you just want to like hold Alt, and you can mess around with like the sizing and all that kind of shit. So we can do something like this. Boom. And you can rotate it too. You can have like that. Something like that is really tough. Alright, and that will give you this like kind of clean magazine effect like that. And we're gonna drag this down, and we'll mess around with the fill here, just the opacity, and you can get this like textured look right here, just like so. Boom. All right, and then you want to do the same thing for the name or whatever, so we're just gonna do Zayski here, and you guys can just mess around with the letters like the exact same way, where you just like size it up and all that. But just for the sake of the video and timing, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, that's basically the whole cover art. Now I'm gonna go over the actual adjustments here. So we have an overlay gradient map. It's black and white, so it's an overlay gradient map. This is the main actual like thing that I use to color correct. It just brings out a lot of colors. Have the curves here, brightness, contrast, bring the brightness up a little bit. Then exposure, just mess around with the offset, all that shit. As you can see, it just kind of like brings it in a little bit more. All right, so if you guys did enjoy this little quick video, I know it's really quick, but I just thought this is just a fire ass simple ass cover that you guys can literally anyone can recreate. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. Yeah, peace.